Donna is crying.
Scarlett O'Hara was in court. Did you know?
What are you doing?
Oh, in this corner from Puerto Rico, but not really because he's lived his whole life in Miami. Filling up his punch card is Luis Rivera from a gang not the Latin Kings.
Okay, tell us
He
why.
didn't seem to remember some stuff, though, which is a little weird. You are staring down the barrel of a non-Latin King snitch who's going to get out of the pokey someday soon because he struck a deal.
Yeah.
My heart started beating fast for her. I'm like, girl, you're going to have to move out of the state.
The internet was lit on this statement. He told us that it was Wendi. This is my key to her going to the clink for the rest of her life. Hey guys, welcome to the Jury Duty Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Lindsay. That is my co-host, bestie Kimberly. Kimberly, how's it going?
It's going. It feels like it's already Monday, but it's not.
Well, when you listen to this, it will be Monday.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Today's episode is brought to you guys by Weekend Hair Don't Care. I'm good. We're in the full swing of back to school season, summer being over, sports get ball starting, all the things. So it's been full tilt over in the household. However, we wanted to get you guys up to speed on what's happening in Tallahassee, Swassee.
Right.
So,
we know you have plenty of options for this recap, but why don't you add ours to the list?
Add ours to the list. Okay, this is going to be kind of a lightning round, kind of. This is something to put on your way to work, school, dropping kids off, so you're like, all right, I'm ready for court today.
Exactly.
I'm ready. Okay, so without further ado, transition, let go. Okay, Kimberly.
Lindsay.
We had jury selection. A jury was selected. It was painful for me.
And at some points, very funny because Judge Everett's got him a sense of humor.
Oh, by a show of hands, who loves Judge E? Hand up. Two hands up.
He's right up there for me with Belvin Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I love him.
Hunky Justin.
Hunky Justin.
Yeah.
There was some breaks in the pain. Judge E cracking jokes, make it, trying to make things enjoyable because he's got to sit through it too. Yeah. Jury was picked. Okay, let's talk about opening statements first. All right, Sarah Dugan, who is, who do I want to? Sarah Dugan is like one of those people that maybe you have in your life that's like, just is like a constant, smooth, like. Operator.
She's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if I needed to figure out how to, even more diplomatically than I might try to say something or how to finesse, I'm going to Sarah. Sarah is, I hate to call her like mini Georgia, but they're like the dynamic duo. And then you look at Jackie Fulford and Donna, and it's like those people that look like their dogs. Like, who wore it better? They're the doppelgangers, like thing one and thing two. No offense, but
Yeah, well,
Beautiful opening statement from her, though, by the way.
Yeah, to me, if I'm on the jury duty podcast, we know nothing about this, right? Air quotes.
Totally.
I'm like, okay, I've got a good stage. Who's next? And then the defense comes. And it's Tom Petty. I mean, Jackie Fulford. And she gets up. She's got things to look at and
when you think about the fact that Sarah used technology effectively, merging photos, showing a picture of Donna 11 years ago so you can see that she's not some elderly old meemaw making somebody banana bread. And what's funny is that Jackie Fulford went for the same thing, except she did hers on a 5th grade panorama poster board for the science fair because she don't do technology, bless her heart. but you know your limitations, you get to keep them. In any case,
Yeah.
weird. She also did the best opening statement I've ever heard for the prosecution. Don't you think, Lindsay?
Honestly, it was painful because I'm like, you went down the wrong road. That's the wrong direction. Turn around and come back, because some of it, if I'm on the jury, I'd be like, who are you again? What side are you playing for?
Yeah.
We defense or offense over here?
Like, a lot of people pissed off that she called him Danny. You know what? I'm going to give her that. I'm going to throw her that bone.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think that she meant to do it to be an asshole. I think she was just trying to humanize herself, and that backfired horribly because you don't know him.
You don't know
him. It's
like
Mr. Markel.
That. It's Mr. Markel to you. I think she honestly, trying to pull out everything in her arsenal to soften things, whether it kind of the people who know what's going on, it's going to make them mad, but she's trying to put on a defense, Kimberly. She's trying.
She can try and try all she wants. It's good.
She's tried a lot of it. I was like, okay. So
witnesses.
Witnesses. Okay, Kimberly, who was our first friend that came on the stand? Do you remember?
I do. Our first friend was James Geiger, who was Danny Markel's neighbor who called 911. And he is aging like fine wine, but it just shows you how long it's been since this happened to now. That he seemed like the friendly, like Mr. Rogers before. Now he's like Mr. Rogers, like Mr. Rogers' dad.
I don't want to use this word for him because he is delightful, but he is elderly now.
He is.
Okay?
He is.
I said it. I'm sorry. He is just as
golden.
Cute.
Yes, he's in his golden years, but his memory is still sharp as a tack. Thanks be to God.
Yeah. Well, you don't forget something like that.
You really don't. Even if you're ornery, you just don't. You don't forget it.
Yeah. So he gets on the stand, basically gives a play-by-play of what happened. Defense doesn't really have questions. He basically said, Danny was my neighbor. I heard what happened. I saw the Prius that the gunman drove off in. I was the one that called 911, waited for life-saving help. And I've basically been to every single trial telling this story. It took them 14 minutes to get to us. Felt like an eternity. Defense is like, no questions here. And then moving on to the next one. We talked about our friend, the neighbor. Okay.
Mr. Geiger.
Bloop. Mr. Geiger. Yep. So who's next on the docket?
I think it's David Sims. It's either David Sims or Joanna Maltese. I can't remember which one of them went first, but they were the next two witnesses.
I think it was Joanna.
Okay, they're both retired.
Gal.
Yes. They're both retired law enforcement from Tally. So they were basically talking about what they found the day that they were, starting to investigate after he was shot, and like photo evidence, note taking started happening. But it's really just, if you've seen any of these trials before, much like the Vallow stuff, you've seen them once, you've seen them all. If you saw those, you saw this. Same evidence.
Yeah. Okay. So defense didn't have anything for her because it was just we're still kind of setting the stage a little bit. We go to the medical examiner.
Dr. Clark.
Dr. Clark, who
looks like he's going to go see the Doobie Brothers or maybe, a jam band later.
Yeah,
he's maybe he's a deadhead. He could be a deadhead,
He could be easily be a deadhead. I love it. I love the look.
Yeah. Here for it.
He kind of went through like what caused certain injuries on Dan. The pew wounds, his manner of death, all the things. But here's what everyone, including myself, I'll speak for myself, got kind of upset about. Okay. Donna is crying.
Scarlett O'Hara was in court. Did you know?
Yeah, and her little paralegals patting her on the back.
They're like
stuff, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
And so
it made me
to fast
secondhand
forward
uncomfortable.
just a little bit. It made me uncomfortable. I'm going to fast forward for a second, and then I'm going to rewind it. Judge E was like, knock it off. Can't do that.
And the jurors weren't there when he gave her that first one. He's like, next time I'm going to do it in front of him. Try me.
Yeah. Knock it off.
Lock it up.
To go back. Okay. If some of you guys may remember this, I was at Donna's bond hearing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Whenever that was. April.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I don't remember. I saw Donna and I saw Harvey. That was kind of the same body language from her bond hearing. And I will say this again.
Mm-hmm. She looks scared.
I have no doubt that she's scared for herself. Mm-hmm. I think she feels the weight of the world on her shoulders. I think she has a gajillion thoughts going through her head. I think this is all getting real and hitting her in the face. And she is like, she is scared. She is scared.
Well, it's real now.
It's real. I don't think she's really sad for Dan and to have that time with her grandkids. I think that she is upset that all of this is starting to really like set in. She doesn't want to be in prison for the rest of her life.
Okay. So one of the notable moments for me was allegedly, since bestie co-host Joel was there, that they allegedly gave Harvey like the equivalent of a highlights magazine. So he'd look engaged and busy and less like Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a picture, I'll pop it up here, of him not at this particular day, but just because it just emphasizes that whole thing for me. I can't get that out of my head.
I know. He doesn't look like he's real. I mean, granted, he is older than Donna. And he's in his 80s. I don't think everything is processing like it should at this state.
Yeah. Well, eventually he was flanked by Wendi and her entourage later. Like maybe they were coming to do damage control. I don't know. Hold him up because he's Bernie. No clue. It was just weird. It was weird. He was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was his whole being like, just if you look at a picture of him, you're like, ew. So anyway, medical examiner just kind of said what was really expected: manner of death, homicide, blah blah blah.
Yeah, autopsy findings.
What caused the raccoon eyes, things like that.
Yeah.
So who's next?
Craig Isom. He was an investigator with the Tallahassee Police Department. Most of these people are now retired because it's been a decade plus. We've had several presidential cycles, so retired. And he was the one that actually was breaking the news to Wendi about Dan being shot. And he talked about their divorce and their contentious custody battle. And just like, who was it that had binders full of women? I forget which politician that was, but he like drops a binder of all this paperwork from the divorce. Like, oof. He had a lot to unpack.
He did. I felt like he was super annoyed with the defense's questioning. He kind of is one of those people that just, how he feels.
That, and I think by the time he testified, Judge Everett was super PO'd because like 15 minutes in, he dismissed the jury and he was like, listen, you're wasting everybody's time, because they started bringing up motions that should have been done pre-trial, which is the whole point. Yeah. And he's like, if we have to go through every single state exhibit, no, stop it. And the, complaints about it wasn't organized. You had all this time. So I think that kind of, not a palate cleanser, but it sort of broke up Isom's testimony for me because it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, so in the midst of his testimony, he kind of started, and then there were stops because the state gave us all this information in this binder. It was all kinds of whatever, like we're really upset about it. Yeah. And Judge Everett's like, well, we've already spoken about all of this. Like, what do you want me to do now? And they're like, well, we need more time. And he looks at Georgia and he's like, what do you want me to do? And she said, I'm abiding by your order because we've already spoken about this. I think we need to keep going. And he's like, okay, fair. So they kept going. And so Judge Everett was like, Judge Everett was like, you need to like get yourselves together and we need to talk about whatever there is to talk about because I'm done with this.
Yeah.
All of us are too, sir. All of us. So
Same.
anyway, yeah, the investigator finishes up, he leaves, and who's next, Kimberly?
Oh, in this corner from Puerto Rico, but not really because he's lived his whole life in Miami. On his 5th trial testimony, filling up his punch card is Luis Rivera from a gang not the Latin Kings. He's also defeating time and genetics. He looks exactly the same. I don't know how many times he's done this, but whose dreams are you snacking on? What fountain of youth did you find, sir? Because
he's staying out of the sun.
Seriously? My goodness.
Yeah.
He, for me, was day one
good.
MVP. The highlight for me was Luis Rivera, hands down, because we got through 6 witnesses day one. Like, this is blowing through, and he was my favorite.
Okay, tell us
He didn't seem to remember some stuff, though, which is a little weird.
It's probably time, and he's probably like, I don't know. An event like this, it stays with you, but some of the details you're probably like, I got to think about that for a moment. I don't really remember.
And Donna's lawyer, Jackie Fulford, kept calling him for Sigfredo Garcia, and he didn't even let her finish the last time she did it. He's like, that's twice now. I'm like, lady, you are staring down the barrel of a non-Latin King snitch who's going to get out of the pokey someday soon because he struck a deal. Watch yourself.
Ma'am, get yourself
Call him the
together.
Right name.
Yeah, and then she like went up to him to show him some paper. I think she gave him a paper cut, and I was like, oh
my God. I'll keep it short. His lawyer was on somewhere recently. Can't remember whose show, but she talked about how he is not the most sophisticated man on earth. Okay, that's fine. She questioned his level of literacy. So I'm thinking, oh my God, she's handing him a piece of paper. If she makes him read aloud in front of the class, I might die of secondhand embarrassment. Thank God she didn't. She just asked him to like, yes, no, pop up book pictures. Is this you? Like, my heart started beating fast for her. I'm like, girl, you're going to have to move out of the state.
Can you do a circle? Do you know what a circle is? Can you draw one of those around someone's face? Yeah, no, I think a lot of people have said like he's not the brightest. Okay,
bulb in the tanning bed. Yeah, and that's fine. He's not a Latin King for nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be book smart, honey. He needs the street
He got all the street smarts.
Yeah, so he comes on, and oh, buddy, people, the internet was lit on this statement. He told us that it was Wendi, Donna's daughter, that wanted Dan unalived.
I have such a big problem with this. Not this. Yeah. I have a problem with Georgia not taking the opportunity to do a redirect.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time he ever said that. And I think he was genuinely confused, or he was just consolidating facts into one sentence, because he had said, you know, I saw Wendi, that's the mother, that's the wife. But it had been established, oh, well, Charlie's mom was losing sleep over this, and her husband was such a terrible guy. It was never Wendi was the one that wanted it, but that's what he said. And I don't think that's what he meant. I think it was just the way the question was posed. Who wanted him dead? Well, Wendi. Right, but she may have, but she wasn't originally part of your narrative, bro.
Right, and you and I have spoken about this, but you and I have not spoken about this. Mm-hmm. If I'm on the jury, which we're pretending like we are, I would be like, wait, Wendi? Who's Wendi? Right. Or why are we talking about Wendi right now? Why aren't we talking about
It happened a lot. Wendi got
Donna's sitting right there.
Wendi got bitch slapped a lot on day one. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Well, Donna's lawyers, Zellman and Fulford, who also, if you don't know, that used to be a judge, and she was told to step down because she went cray cray. I don't know why she's a lawyer. In any case,
she was faking
the opening.
Cancer.
Yeah, it was weird.
Go ahead.
Opening statements, and basically the entirety of day one kept referring to the 4 people that have already been condemned for this because they took part in it. Person number Luis Rivera, Sigfredo Garcia, Katie Magbanawa, and then the rock star, Charlie Adelson. Is Donna going to roll him under the bus? Is she going to play into the extortion, or just be like, no, we're going to do something else? But she definitely had to give the go-ahead for this. I mean, your lawyer's not going to make an opening statement you don't agree with unless they're like, no, you're stupid, you don't know the law, you're going to die, let me help you. She's not a stupid woman. I'm curious to know how that's playing out, because Charlie's already been relocated down to good old Tally so he can come in, and Wendi comes in Monday. Like, Is this going to be Family Feud, but with like real like violence? I don't know.
Here's my thought on this.
What did you think about that? She named the puppy like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to, they're like kind of dancing around it, right? And they've said it, but they're dancing around it. I think they're kind of seeing how he does on the stand. Like, is he going to change his story?
I don't think so.
Because if he is like, I said what I said, I told you my story, I'm sticking to it. And she's like, yeah, me too. You know?
And he said it with his chest too. He wasn't like shy about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. But then, is she going to testify to back up that whole, I don't even want to call it a story, but whatever he said, is she going to testify?
The plot line of this television show has changed since the last trial.
It really has.
She has to testify though to certain things and facts and evidence to not prove their case. They don't have to, but their narrative is going to require her to testify, and they've all but said she is. So,
yeah,
that's a family dinner I don't want to go to.
I do. I want to go.
I want to be Rob Adelson in this equation because he's going to pop up too, like the mystery man. Can't wait for that.
I want to go to the dinner, but I also want to have my AirPods handy just in case I need to emotionally check out of what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's a dinner we shouldn't serve that has any steak knives or anything with it? Because that could get weird.
No. You're having soup with spoons. That's it. That's all you get.
But yeah, that was my big question. It was like, oh, okay, we're going to roll Charlie and Wendi on day 1, and it's day 1. Day 2's tomorrow. Can't wait to see that because, Miss Wendi Adelson probably suck up half the day.
Wendi. I think that they might spend the whole day with her.
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be a while.
Because they're going to object to a lot. Because I'm sure they're kind of mad that she's like, I'm not testifying for you. Sorry.
Yeah. she's got transactional immunity. So it's like, I know. Okay. So here's what I don't understand. Like the other day when we talked about, we'll pop it up here, BK a little bit. If the DP is not for him, who's it for? What is the point of perjury and impeachment if you're just going to give everybody immunity so they can say what they need? Like, what is the point? Because they could probably catch her on a bunch of stuff tomorrow. I don't get it.
Here's what I think. I think there's a whole file of things that none of us know about.
Oh, of course.
Because everyone's like, I don't get it. And she's like, I'm not explaining it. And you're like, okay.
Okay.
So
we get that.
All right. Yeah.
That's all we do get.
So that's why I think that's why I think there's something in the background that we don't know about. That's the only thing I can think of. I feel in my heart of hearts, Joel and I have talked about this. He's talked about it with you guys too, so it's not. He's like, I think that Donna is going to get convicted and Georgia's going to go to her boss and be like, let me have her.
Right.
Let me have her. I can do this. Just let me do it. I've got enough. And they're going to go, okay.
And that's the thing. You can't indict somebody unless you can show at the time of indictment for a grand jury, reasonable doubt doesn't exist. Like this is a strong case. Your whole goal is to say, there's no reasonable doubt here. There's no doubt here. We're going to get this person. They did this. And they need less evidence than in a trial to indict you because it's just a charge. But at trial, that's when you bring out all the, the cash and prizes. That was my concern for a long time, is that they didn't have enough concrete evidence that really made the nexus between her and all this planning and plotting and scheming and whatever other words you want to use. That's why I thought they were holding off, because they just didn't have it. But I think after this, maybe they will. Or maybe she's trying to see like, okay, we get her convicted too. We're 5 for 5. Fill up the punch card. Let's go.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of like, this is my key to her going to the clink for the rest of her life, Right. Because like I said, everyone's like, why, what, and she's like, just, I got it,
We shall see.
Yeah, but there's a whole part of the internet that's like, it ain't gonna happen. I don't know.
I
Time will tell.
I hope it does, but I do have doubts. I would like to be pleasantly surprised, though.
I mean, the evidence is the evidence. Vinny was
Right.
like, you know, when we asked him about Wendi, he said, let me see all the evidence and I'll tell you. Because we haven't seen all of it, I can guarantee it, you know? So,
Right.
anyway, you guys get it? You caught up?
Day one. The circus is in town.
The circus is in town. This is going to be a heavy week, okay? We're going to try and hop back on, try and break it down, give you the highlights, and so you guys can have the proper, you know, like water cooler talk, because this is a big one, okay?
It is.
So, stay classy, Tallahassee.
Oh, I like it. It's better than Go F Yourself, San Diego.
Yep.
I hate that movie, but that sticks in my brain.
It sticks in but that's the thing about those kinds of movies. They have this one little piece that you're like, I'll remember that forever.
See, I don't live in Manassas anymore. I'm just outside of it. I do it at home there. And I would just say, cover your asses, Manassas, because there's some shady places up in there. So
Take cover.
It's not as cheerful as Stay Classy, Tallahassee. We'll end on that note. That's so much better.
Stay classy, Tallahassee. Okay, you guys get ready. Wendy's coming to the stand. We want to hear your thoughts. Before I forget, because I did not say this, please subscribe so you can come back. We're glad that you stopped in. If you're a repeat customer of ours, we're glad to have you back. If you're a new customer, welcome, welcome. We're glad that you're here. Please like us. Please share us.
There we go.
Please subscribe.
I was doing my magic
to
wand,
us.
like and share, because I thought that's where you're going before. Now
You're
I look
like doing the Mickey Mouse, like do.
with my red flag.
Yes.
Make good choices.
Okay, with that, we're gonna end.
Just do it. Make good choices, please. Bye.
We love you guys.